Hi, I'm Sonia. I'm a holistic health coach. I'm a yoga guide and I'm a wellness advocate with doTERRA essential oils. And today we're going to talk about 10 ways that you can boost your immune system naturally through nutrition, lifestyle habits, and essential oils. This workshop was actually supposed to take place last weekend, and unfortunately, due to our current circumstances, it's been postponed. But I thought rather than waiting and waiting for this isolation, this cocooning, as I like to call it, to be over, I thought I would record it and send it out to a broader audience because I think my message today could be really helpful for a lot of you. And I think the tips that I'm going to share are really as important as ever. So that's why I didn't want to delay, and that's why I'm recording this message to you. So these 10 points that I'll be going over, I'm calling them the 10 causes of health, are things that we should be doing on a daily basis, not just now, but every day. And they're things that really support you when you do get sick, if you do get sick, and which will just help you jump back even quicker. And also, I just wanted to remind you that in times like these, when so much feels out of our control, we have to remember that there is a lot of things that are still in our control, especially when it comes to our health. There is so much that we can do to keep us strong, to keep us in our power, and just to remember it really all starts with us. Just before I jumped on here, I was watching a post by Elizabeth Gilbert on Instagram, and she was talking about her friend. I won't go into too many details, but one thing, her message of the video was to remind everyone is that this, our body, is who we are, and this is where we live. This, our body, is who we are, and this is where we live. So no matter what's going on around us, as long as we nourish and nurture this, where we live, and we cultivate and be mindful of actually where we live up here, we are in control. And that is so important as ever. And I'm so glad I watched that because I'm so glad I got to share that with you because I think that's really relevant. So what does it mean to take responsibility? For me, it means being mindful of my daily habits, being mindful of what happens up here, and being prepared, living with intention, not just giving up hope, but really turning to things that can support me and help me. And this is different for everyone. So, and it takes time to learn what works for you, what works for your body, especially when it comes to food and nutrition. One man's medicine could be another man's poison. So it really just means trying to figure out what works best for you. And it also really means, this time being at home and being forced to slow down is actually a beautiful gift to really allow us to come back to our body, to connect to the way we feel, and we're not just on the go, 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 go. So when we do feel unwell, we can stop and check in and actually go to the root cause of what's happening. Am I tired because I didn't drink enough water? Or am I feeling sad because I ate too much sugar or alcohol? Instead of just reaching for a Tylenol or any drug that will make you feel better. The answers are really all within us. So I encourage you really to take this time and turn inside and see what's going on. We have been seduced by all the big pharmaceutical companies to believe that our answer in all our health concerns are in a pill. And actually that's a bunch of lies. We've never been sicker as a society. And, what we're currently doing is not working. We're giving our power away far too easily. And I so fully believe as a health coach that we have so many tools that we can turn to first before medication that really help us. And so many chronic diseases can be reversed by diet, lifestyle, meditation, yoga, exercise. There's so much we can do, and I just wanted to remind you of that today. All right, so my journey with essential oils began about a year and a half ago. I started using them just because of the pretty smells, and then I dove a little deeper. I started using them. I started to experience the efficacy. I started to use them on my family, and they are part of my life, and they are part of my practice in my own life and also with my clients. And that's why I will be weaving those tools into my presentation today, because they've really helped me and they're a part of my life. And as I learn and experience, I love to share. As we learn better, we do better. So before we get stuck into the 10 points, the 10 causes of health, I wanted to tell you quickly 3 cool things about essential oils if you're new to essential oils. The first thing is that they're 100% natural and 100% safe. These are plants. They're pure, potent plant extracts. There's no additives in there. Well, at least not doTERRA oils. Unfortunately, about 85% of the oils that you get on the market in the pharmacies are not what they are, what the label says. They're all adulterated. doTERRA oils go through a vigorous testing system. They tested about 45 times by a third party, so you know what is on the label is actually in the bottle. So they are pure and potent. They're super effective, especially when it comes to a viral infection. So I just want to give you a very basic science lesson. Imagine this is your cell, and around every cell we have a protective oily membrane. Most pharmaceutical drugs are water-based, so the water doesn't mix with the oil. So if it's a viral infection, you're often your doctor's often told you to stay at home, rest, there's not much you can do, antibiotics won't work. However, with essential oils, because it's oil-based, obviously, they're able to permeate that oily membrane and get right to where the body needs help. Very basic science lesson, but that's how they work. They get absorbed, they break the blood-brain barrier, and they work. So they're often more effective than pharmaceutical drugs. And also they can be more affordable. So in most of the oils come in a 15 ml bottle. There's 250 drops in these bottles. And because of the purity of these oils, they're super potent. So you only need 1 drop whenever you're using them. So 1 drop goes a long way. And yes, doTERRA oils are more expensive than most other oils, and that's because of their purity, their potency, and the quality. And it's just so nice. Over the years, I have built up my own little medicine cabinet at home, and it's just so awesome to turn to my oils. There's also a bunch of great apps, and to see what I can use to help myself and help my family. 3 ways you can use the oils is aromatically, smelling. So I often have my diffuser going. Right now I have a blend of eucalyptus and rosemary, which is very uplifting, and lemon going. Topically, right on the body, you mostly dilute these oils with a little bit of fractionated coconut oil or any carrier oil of your choice, and then you rub it on the bottoms of your feet, on your neck, your pulse points, or even on your back, of course, wherever you need to have the healing power of these oils connect with. And then because of the purity and potency of these oils, you can take most doTERRA oils internally. This, for example, is our Smart and Sassy blend. I take a couple of drops of this in my water every day, and it's awesome. We'll get more. I'll explain a little bit more about that later. So let's get to the 10 causes of health. So obviously, besides amazing personal hygiene, washing our hands, not touching our face, coughing into our elbows, that's all standard procedure right now. So besides those things, how can we support our health? All right, point number 1, of course, is water intake. So I carry this water bottle with me everywhere I go. always drinking it. You are supposed to drink your body weight in ounces. I haven't converted that, but please go ahead and do your conversion. Anyway, it's a lot of water. I think the 8 to 10 glasses of water a day still holds up. Try to make sure it's filtered water, and ideally with water consumption, you don't want it to be during mealtime. Try and drink water before or after a meal. And the reason being, you don't want to dilute your digestive enzymes when they're going to work to digest your food. If you drink too much water while you're eating, you don't have as an effective digestive system. To ramp up your water intake, especially in the morning, I use lemon oil. So 1 drop of this in my bottle. This lemon oil has limonene in it, and this limonene acts as an anti-inflammatory and an antioxidant in your digestive tract. So it's super helpful, very detoxifying first thing in the morning. So this is always, you can drink it in warm water or in cold water. Warm water obviously is a little bit better. The detoxification process encourages weight loss as well. And then of course the Smart and Sassy blend that I mentioned earlier. This is full of a bunch of citrus oils, lime, lemon, obviously, grapefruit, and it has some ginger in it. This tastes super yummy. A couple of drops in my water, and I'm good to go. So that's water intake. That's number 1, super important. Please beware of your water intake. Number 2, of course, is the food that we're actually eating. So it's common knowledge that a mostly plant-based diet is the most effective, and only eating animal-based products, animal protein as a condiment, and where you can, getting organic grass-fed meats is, of course, the best too, to protect yourself from any harmful antibiotics and chemicals, and also to support Mother Nature, because animal farming is, as we know, very destructive to our planet. So working with smaller butchers, working with distributors that get their meat from a sustainable source is very important. Greens are super important. If you don't like greens on your plate, you can disguise them in soups. I have a smoothie every morning, and in my smoothie I put some frozen spinach. I do 1/4 of an avo, and with your avo you're hitting your fat and fiber and your greens, so you've got, you're checking a lot of boxes there. So be creative with your intake of green vegetables if you're not so keen on them being plain. And experiment. Go onto Google, and there's so many amazing recipes available. They're very easy. Try and eat a new vegetable once a week. Get your kids involved. Do some meal planning and have fun with it. Get creative. Don't get into a food rut. I'm always available for recipes. I'm a total food nerd. Cookbooks are like my guilty pleasure. So if you ever need some recipe inspiration, you can always call me. So experiment, play around, but fruits and vegetables, organic where you can, are super important, especially now, to really nourish your home. And then exercise. Oh my God, exercise is what's been keeping me sane right now. It's more for up here than actually for my physical body. I need to exercise, I need to sweat, I need to move. So 20 to 30 minutes a day is fine. Ideally break a sweat. So, we've been doing a lot of jumping on the trampoline, running around the garden with the dogs. We all get some movement in. Whatever works for you. And, don't compare yourself with your neighbor. If you don't like a CrossFit workout, don't do a CrossFit workout. Stick to yoga, stick to something that you really enjoy, and it's something that you actually stick to. And also, what I like to always mention is connect to your why you're working out. Are you working out because you want to look like somebody that you're following on Instagram, or are you working out to feel stronger, to have more energy, and to be more creative? So think about that. With my exercise, I love to use peppermint oil, and if you just take a drop of peppermint oil, just 1 drop, or rub it between your palms, take a nice big breath in. It instantly gives you some energy. You can rub it on the back of your neck. again, one drop goes a long way, and you feel this cooling sensation. It's awesome while you're working out. You feel a little lighter, gives you that boost. There's also another oil that I love to use. It's called Breathe. It has peppermint in it. If you apply it to your chest while you work out, this is especially nice in a hot yoga class. Really, really good. So you apply it on your chest, and as you're sweating, as you're breathing, you're inhaling all the vapor, and it opens your airways. So your lung capacity is greater. So Breathe is a great one to use when you work out. I love this oil. You know, you can use this oil in a bath too, but we're talking about working out right now. So I sometimes get off track when I talk about oils because I love them so much. But Breathe is a really good one. And then for after your workouts, there's something that we have that's called Deep Blue. It's a beautiful blend that you use on the back of your, in your lower back when you're having, you know, when you're tired or any sore muscles. Deep Blue is a really good one to use. And then there's another one called Copaiba. And this is an anti-inflammatory oil. You take one drop under your tongue, and it just helps you process all the toxins and calms down your nervous system as well. Those are a couple of great options to help you after exercise. Then, of course, another very important factor is your gut and your digestive health. So taking care of our gut is super important, not indulging in too much sugar or alcohol, chewing our food, eating slowly, eating mindfully, taking probiotics. And with probiotics, it's very, very important to alternate strains. So take one form of probiotic 1 month and then switch to a different one for the next month. Pay really good attention to what's on your plate. Smell it, savor it, don't gulp it down. Avoid watching, I'm guilty of it, avoid watching videos while you're eating. Just focus on your food. You know, again, right now, as we are forced to slow down, this is a beautiful habit to focus on. Slow down, chew your food, be grateful for your food, don't watch any TV, don't get distracted. Yeah. And this will also support your gut health. Again, try not to drink water while you're eating, just to take really good care of our gut health. There's a beautiful oil called Zengest or Digest Zen in the States. It has fennel in it, and it's really good to rub on your stomach if you have overindulged, or even you can take it one drop under your tongue. It just helps to soothe your tummy. The peppermint oil is, of course, also very good. So 1 drop of peppermint oil in some hot water is equal to 27 cups of peppermint tea. That's how potent these oils are. So peppermint really soothes any digestive issues as well. Next point is sleep. This one is very personal to me because it's something that I struggle with, especially after I had my 2 kids. I've never really recovered from, you know, the interrupted nights, and it's something that still is a worry. So I'm very protective of my sleep routine and of my sleep time. Oils, this is actually the main reason that I came to oils, was for sleep. And every night I have a little oily routine. The most being I use an oil called Serenity. It's a beautiful blend, and I put it on the soles of my feet every night. I take deep breaths, I put it on my chest, I diffuse it. So Serenity is my go-to oil for sleep. Most of us know how important sleep is, and most of us know what things we can do to protect our sleep, but let me just go over them again. Limit any technology to 1 hour before bedtime. Turn the lights down, you know, dim the lights, take a nice bath with some essential oils and some Epsom salts, sleep in a cool, dark room. And one thing that's really helped me is to brain dump. So I have a journal at my bedside, and I just pour my thoughts onto a page. It doesn't have to make any sense. It could just be words. This could be just, you know, scribbling on a page. But to get any thoughts out of your mind onto paper This has really helped me to calm my mind before I sleep. So that's a little tip there. Again, the oils that I use, I mainly use Serenity, which has lavender in it. Lavender is a very good one for sleep, and the copaiba, which calms my nervous system. That's the other oil I use for my sleep. All right, next point. I'm just looking at my notes here. Oh, self-care. So there's not much I'm just going to say about this. Just do it. Take care of you. Especially if you're a mom, if you don't take care of yourself, you won't have the energy or the desire to take care of anyone else. We are the most important people, even if you're a dad, anyone. But especially if we're a mom, we're often the caretakers, the givers. We need to take care of us. And don't feel guilty about it, because if you don't do it, who will? So treat yourself to whatever fills you up, whatever re-energizes you. Just do it. Clean air. So we're lucky here in South Africa. We can open all our windows. And we don't have any air conditioning. I used to live in Miami, Florida, and we were in air conditioning 100% of the time. So clean air is really super important, especially right now. On Guard is my friend. I'm diffusing this all day, every day, especially with my kids, and especially as we approach winter. You want to get rid of all the nasty bugs in the air. And the other thing with clean air that you really want to be mindful of is all the chemicals that you have in your house with your cleaning products, your perfumes, your skincare. That all contributes to the air that you breathe. My goal by the end of 2020 is to get rid of all the chemicals in my house. I'm starting with my cleaning products, and next I'll move on to my beauty products. And essential oils will be a big, big part of that. This little bottle here cleans, purifies, disinfects, boosts my immune system. There's a lot of power in this bottle. But anyway, just be mindful of what chemicals are in your home, what chemicals you're breathing in. Laundry detergents, even some candles are super toxic, so just be mindful and aware. All right, next component. Sorry, I want to keep this to less than 30 minutes because I know, we will actually have quite a bit more time at the moment. But anyway, positive energy and community. This is the other one. Unfortunately, we're living in a time where depression is quite common, especially amongst our younger generation. And unfortunately, that has a lot to do with social media. We're just on the phone connecting with our device rather than face-to-face. So community and connection, positive energy is so important. So I know it's difficult right now, but even to do a FaceTime or a WhatsApp video call is so much more beneficial than just texting. Call, hear somebody's voice, hear that person's emotion, look at each other's eyes, even if it's over a camera right now, but have that connection. And then once we can all go back out into the world and hug each other, I'm getting a little emotional. Those hugs are just going to be so much better and so much warmer, right? So that's what we need. We need that human connection, hugging. It's so good for us. So if you don't feel like you need some new friends, take up a new hobby. Go and do things, go places that you've never been to before to meet new people and just be adventurous, get out there. Because what you focus on, where the energy goes, energy flows. I think I got that right. So if you are walking out into the world with open energy, people will come to you and you'll meet new people. So think about your mindset and your community and always have a positive attitude. The other thing that the other point is pain reduction and pain management. So pain is something that we often ignore, that we often shove to the side, and unfortunately it gets shoved away so much that eventually it just hits us in the face, and we could potentially end up in hospital because we've just been ignoring certain factors for way too long. So again, as we are forced to slow down, if you have been dealing with certain pain, listen to your body, find out what's going on, dig a little deeper. Do you have a headache because you haven't had enough water today? Are you feeling a little sad and depressed because you've had too much sugar and you had too much wine last night? Or do you just need to move your body and move some energy around? So these are little things that we can really connect to and help us reduce the pain and manage the pain. So really tune in to any signals that your body is giving you. This is especially coming from me as a yoga guide. Just treat your home really well. And then as far as oil goes, there's two beautiful oils. Again, Deep Blue is the oil to massage on any sore muscles. I often get a lot of tension in the back of my neck here, and so I use Deep Blue with lavender before I go to sleep, and that really helps. It's another cooling oil, and it's super helpful for any muscle pain. Even the peppermint oil, if you struggle with migraines or headaches, to rub the peppermint oil on your temples, and even to press a drop on the roof of your mouth with frankincense oil is super helpful as well for headaches. All right, and then my final point, which I think even in times like these is a very, very important one. That's our mental health and gratitude. Again, this is something that's close to my heart. I struggled with postnatal depression after both of my pregnancies, and I know what it feels like to be depressed and not really know why, and it's not fun. Medication was a lifesaver, for sure, when I was really in the thick of it. And as I learned more about my body, as I moved through my yoga practice, as I studied with IIN, which is the Institute of Integrative Nutrition, to become a health coach, I learned all these tools to support myself and to become stronger and really resilient when it came to my mental health. And essential oils were a huge part of that as well. So my point is here, if you are feeling depressed and sad, go and seek professional help, talk to a professional. If medication is needed, it is super helpful. However, there are also many things you can do to support yourself. For example, for me, I know if I don't get enough sleep, it affects my mental health. If I eat like crap, if I eat too much junk food, it affects my mental health. Even alcohol right now, if I overindulge, I'm not great the next day. So just be really mindful. Exercise is another one for me. It keeps me sane. I need to exercise and nature. Getting out into nature, our beautiful mountain walks, which I'm missing so much right now, but that is key. The food that you eat. So there's so many things, again, to take care of where you live and who you are. And if you are feeling sad, the best way is to really remind yourself of 5 things that you're grateful for, because every single day there is something that we can be grateful for. Dig deep, find those points, especially if you're feeling sad. There's always something that you can be grateful for, and really connect to that energy of gratitude, and it'll help boost your spirits. It'll help lift you up. It'll help change the energy around your negative thoughts, your mindset. And there's so many great books that you can read too. Gabrielle Bernstein is one of my favorites when it comes to mindset and mental health. I'm just reading her new book, Super Attractor, right now. It's awesome. There's so many things you can do. Again, if you need support, reach out and don't struggle alone. The other thing that I want to mention with mental health, especially for women, when you're approaching your mid-40s to your mid-50s, get your blood work done, because a lot of my sadness or depression was linked to my low vitamin B12 levels. I had no idea because I don't really eat meat. So my vitamin B12 is consistently low, and so is my iron. And that had a huge role to play in my mental health. So again, take responsibility for your health. Get those blood tests done and inform yourself about what you can do. Don't just grab, don't just get an antidepressant if you haven't tried everything else first. We just have to really support each other when it comes to mental health and really change the stigma around it. I think that's it. Those were my 10 points. So to recap, it's water, fluids, drink enough water. Make sure you're eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, organic if you can, lots of greens in your diet, have a variety of fruits and vegetables. Get out and exercise 20 to 30 minutes a day. Sweat if you can. Take care of your gut and your digestive health. Look into some supplements, into probiotics. Sleep, super important. Make sleep a priority. Meditation is also very good when it comes to sleep. And tapping, I've recently come into tapping, also super powerful. Self-care, take care of you. You deserve it. You're worth it. Make sure that the air that you're breathing is clean. Use oils to support you. Clean your air. Be aware of any toxic chemicals that you might be inhaling every day. Make sure you have a lot of positive energy and community around you to support you. So important. Pain reduction and pain management. Don't ignore the signs. Pay attention to your body. Tune in. Listen to those little signals, that little ache here and there. Listen to your body, because if you don't, it's not going to be good. Don't keep pushing it aside. And then, of course, the last point is your mental health and your gratitude. Just take care of yourself up here as well. I think that was it. So I hope this was helpful. Again, please remember you are in control. There's so many things that you can do right now to take care of you, take care of where you live and who you are. That's my message for today. You can find me online. Instagram is my favorite playground for social media. I'm at Soul Space Body. My website is soulspacebody.com. You can email me at sonia@soulspacebody.com. If you have any questions about anything that I've mentioned, if you want to get started with your essential oil journey, and also, especially once it's safe, I would love to send you a sample of anything related to your specific health concern. So, reach out to me, send me an email, and then as soon as I can physically come to you or send you a little treat in the mail, I will get a couple of samples out to you. So reach out to me if you're interested in getting started with essential oils, and if there's anything else that I can support you with. Thank you. Namaste.